PanAm Center is located in Markham, facing north on Enterprise Boulevard, and was the venue for water polo and badminton events during the 2015 Toronto PanAm Games. So here we have our first accessible design, a ramp transition next to every parking lot, which is quite a generous space for both loading and unloading. As we enter the entrance, it leads us into a wide vestibule. There was no change in ground level, which is definitely a considerable decision as part of accessibility. Something significantly different that we find here in the PanAm Center as compared to other buildings is lots of signage posted all over the building. It's easy to understand, which helps us to navigate around the building. An essential key for accessibility in a building would be a pathway wide enough for a wheelchair and a person to walk next to each other. Over here, we see that B&H architects have decided to use the aesthetics of the building to divide the walkway. The stairs have a low rise to run ratio that promotes safety and more comfort. It also has a generous landing space with free movement. And of course, accessibility means handrails. Glass curtain wall is a major material used as a facade of the building. The polka dots on it does not only make it a bird-friendly building, but also for people not to walk into the glass wall by accident. Sunlight that flows in naturally opens up the space, making the users feel less confined. As we enter the pool, the first thing we see is that 2% of the seating is dedicated for people on the mobility aid. The feature over here would be the 50-meter adjustable depth pool that accommodates a range of activities, making it very user-friendly. In comparison, both B&H and Kentucky Architects have respectively delivered buildings that caters mobile disability and mental disability, two different groups of special needs, but both require care in designing an accessible space. Sowa unit is a rehabilitation center for mentally disabled patients. A user on a wheelchair will find it quite hard to maneuver around the building as there's no ramp, only stairs. But even trying to cater for patients with mental disabilities, the Sowa unit project is unsuccessful because this form of 6 concrete bands shifting position one by another creates a confusing layout, ultimately allowing the space to control the users of the building. The low roof also creates a confined space. Even the natural lighting let in through the openings does not open up the space as much. As a result, it defeats the purpose of a rehabilitation center, and it almost feels imprisoned to be in the Sowa unit.